Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to The Division. I am Death from Above. Today I want to bring you a new video on a weapon in The Division. Now I'm gonna mess around with this style of video, see what works best. We're gonna go right into this. We're gonna talk about the M1A DMR, or Designated Marksman rifle in The Division. So the structure of these videos right now that I have set up, I'm gonna give you the history of the weapon, talk about it. Then I will talk about the gun inside of The Division, what I thought about it, what I enjoyed, what I didn't enjoy. We'll talk about how I used it, what talents there were, what attachments there were. We'll talk about PvE and PvP performance. We'll talk about what playstyle works best, how I would kit it out for each build, maybe a DPS build, a tech build, and then a tank build, something like that, how I would use it in each situation. So that's the general structure that I'm going for. So the history of the M1A. The M1A is a civilian version of the M14 rifle designed and manufactured by Springfield Armory Incorporated. The term M1A is a proprietary title for Springfield Armory's M14 pattern rifle. So it's actually a civilian version of the M14 military rifle. The M1A was developed to take the place of 4 different weapons: the M1 rifle, the M1 carbine, the M3 grease gun, and the M1918 Browning automatic rifle, or BAR, or BAR. It was thought that the M14 could supply the logistical requirements of the troops by limiting the types of ammunition and parts needed, but the cartridge proved to be too powerful for the submachine gun role, and the weapon was too light to serve as a light machine gun. Now, a little bit about the history of the M14. The M14 is an American selective fire automatic rifle that fires 7.62 by 51mm NATO or 308 Winchester ammunition. It gradually replaced the M1 Garand in U.S. Army and U.S. Marine Corps service. It was a standard issue infantry rifle for U.S. military personnel in the United States, Europe, and South Korea from 1959 until it was replaced by the M16 in 1970. M14 is the last American battle rifle. It's a weapon that fires full power rifle ammunition, which is the 7.62 by 51, issued in quantity to U.S. military personnel. The rifle remains in limited service in all branches of U.S. military as an accurized competition weapon, a ceremonial weapon by honor guards, color guards, drill team, ceremonial guards, and a sniper rifle designated marksman rifle. So what are the main differences between the M1A and the M14? Really, it's just the civilian version of the M14. Civilian version, due to restrictions in the US, can't have certain things, like there's a selector switch on the M14 to go from, I guess, auto to semi-auto. I'm not real sure, but the M1A has a cutout there. In the old ones, the new ones have a casting that doesn't have that cutout because Springfield created their own casting. But the early M1s had the Armory used the military castings and put their parts into it. The M1 does not have a bayonet lug like the M14, and the M1A uses a muzzle brake instead of a flash suppressor. So those are the main differences. So let's talk about the attachments I used, the talents I had on the one I had, what was my build in the closed beta, and what I thought about it. So on my M1A, I liked using it as a DPS build. I would fire from far away. I built mine up to be very DPS centric. I was getting some solid damage out of it in the beta. I used a 12 times zoom sight so I could stay back. I always had a foregrip on it to give me stability. I went for headshot damage and critical hit damage. So that was my build. I think I had a spring in it that increased the rate of fire in the magazine. So those were the 3 things I had: the foregrip for stability and headshot damage, the spring for faster fire rate, and the 12 times zoom optics. Everything on it, I went for DPS or headshot or critical hit damage. That's how I liked it. I was running a DPS build, and I really enjoyed it in that role. Now, PvE and PvP performance. PvE, as far as the Division beta went, at a certain point, once I hit a certain level, I was one-shotting everything with it. I mean, it didn't matter if it was a body shot, headshot, you were going to one-shot them. Just because the DPS was so high and my level got to a point where it was not overpowered, but it was very, very strong. Even running the level 8 mission on hard difficulty, I was I was taking people out with headshots pretty quickly. So I really liked it in that instance. In the dark zone for PvP, it was a little different. Enemies were about the same. Enemies were a little tougher though, so I had to go for those headshots. I could take them out to the body pretty quick though, but the headshots were what killed them fast. I could usually one-shot them if I got a good critical. But going after rogue agents or agents in general, it took more shots than I thought. They were mostly body shots I would hit though, so that would probably be the reasoning behind that. I don't have the best aim, and I found that running around the dark zone as a single player most of the time, it was good to have a DPS build because you could stay way back. If someone started attacking you, you could run away, turn around, and wait for them to come to you and take them out that way, which I actually did a couple times to some rogue agents. You chase them down, keep your distance, use your DPS to take them out. It worked pretty good. I actually liked that. So as far as what playstyle works best for the M1A in the Division, so far that DPS is what I tried out. I would not try a tank build with it because it's definitely a marksman rifle. You could definitely go for a tech build with this. You don't need the DPS to have it. If you're going for a tech build and you wanted to play a support role that way, it'd be a good option because you're not going to be up front taking damage. I just wouldn't encourage it as the tank role with heavy health. I would say I would go with an SMG and your pistol or something up close and personal. This has got too much range. It's a little too hard to use. It's a little bit awkward in up close engagements. So, but as a DPS build or as a tech centric build, you're going to be good to go on this. So that's the M1A. That's the history. That's how I used it. That's my thoughts on it, PvE and PvP performance, what styles work for it, and how it performs in each role. So let me know what you guys think. Did you like the M1A? Did you use it a lot in the beta? I know the open beta is coming up soon. So what do you guys think about it? Are you going to be using it? What playstyle would you use it for? And what attachments do you use on this? So let me know what you think, guys. What other guns you want me to take a look at? I'll be doing one of these pretty much every week. I like to try to get it in there, and I'm gonna try to cover them all. So let me know what guns you're most interested in. So I'm gonna get out of here. Thanks for watching, guys. Leave a like if you enjoyed the video. Subscribe if you want to see more videos. Lets me know you like what I'm doing, and I am going to go bye-bye. So I'll see you later, guys. Thanks for watching. See you. Bye.